Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to Influencer, your favorite channel. And this is again our live show where we'll be telling you how to make your talent, your gifts, an online business. In this present day and time, everything happens online. So whatever you know how to better, whatever you feel like you're good at, even if it means something very small, if you're good at talking, dancing, whatever it is, this is an avenue for you to be taking that thing you're good at online and making money off it. Because let's face it, we're in a generation where everything happens online. Whatever you can do, there are people that just talk online, they're making money. There are people that just talk about things they do online, they're making money. There are people who might be sleeping, there are people that sleep online and make money. There are people that play games online and make money. So in this video, we'll be telling you how you can take whatever you feel like you're good at, or whatever you love doing online, and we'll be having our very own founder of the influencer channel, and he's had a lot of success stories in this field, telling people how to take themselves online in because he has actually done it himself. So he's in a good position, very experienced to tell us what to do in that space. So if you know you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe, hit the bell, and also turn on post notifications so you update anytime we come online. And also know we drop videos weekly, not once a week. We drop videos every week. We have week round, we have videos telling you how to succeed online through various methods, giving you reviews, giving you ways to develop your channel or develop yourself online and make you a better person. Basically, this channel is aimed at doing that for you, especially young people, which is the ones we are targeting because this is our generation. We're meant to take ourselves online. So if you're here watching this already, please don't forget to share to your friends, because you might have a friend out there that is good at something he doesn't know about yet. So share it to them and tell them to click the link and join us here. You don't know who you might be helping. You might help your friend and tomorrow you become someone big. So don't forget to click the link and subscribe and join us here as we share wonderful stories and give you advices and tips on how to make yourself a better person online for yourself and even for people around you. And you don't know, maybe you might be the next inspiration out there for other people. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest today, which is not really a guest. This is our very own founder and owner of the influencer channel as a whole. Let me introduce him to the chat so he can introduce himself and tell you about himself a bit. So good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Oh, I'm live already.
You're always ready for this. This is your own field. We'll wake you from sleep and then you're ready to tell us this story already. So you don't have to be ready.
Already.
So we're happy to have you here on this live show tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
So maybe we'll even turn into a monthly thing. We'll have you here to tell us stories and teach us how to help ourselves.
Every morning.
So please, we'd like you to just introduce yourself to them again, because they must have seen you on the channel. For our previous subscribers and they must have seen you before. So we'd like you to introduce yourself again and tell them what you're here to do, and what you'll be talking about today. Brief introduction, please.
Okay, so I'm so excited to be here. I want to be here. Jonah and the crew, they insisted I come online. And so I like to do my things from the background. So my name is Chiki Okoli. So I'm the founder and I'm also the chief content creator for Influencer. All right. So I think since I left secondary school, I've been doing things online. I've been doing online businesses. So I'm going to be sharing that story, and I'm going to be answering questions. So I'm going to be sharing my story. I'm going to be telling you how you can turn whatever you know how to do into a profitable online business. And so at the end of the day, you have an idea. How do you test it? If it's going to work, if it is profitable, should you jump into it? Should you dive into it? So how do you go about validating this idea, making sure it's worth going into, and how do you even market it? For a very long time, I was thinking to myself, how do people launch products and they have widespread sales in one day? Big companies use it, and so I'm going to be sharing other tips today. I'm going to be sharing them, and I would like it to be a question and answer. And if you have questions, you might be dealing with that as I'm talking.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for your introduction, sir. So, like you said, we'll be answering all your questions. Basically, this edition is meant to motivate you who are having doubts about bringing yourself online because you might not know people that are actually big right now must have been having those same doubts you're having. So you wouldn't want to bring yourself out there and be consistent because you won't just come online and just overnight be successful. You have to put a little bit of effort. So he's going to be here to tell us his own story. And why you should listen to him is because he has done it. These are things he has actually applied and they've worked for him. So we have a lot of people that have dropped questions about what they'd like to ask him about and what they would like to know. Because many people have maybe tried in the past. You might be one of them that have tried to put yourself out there online and it didn't work out for you. You must have done something wrong. It didn't work out for you, or you might be looking for the motivation to go online with your talent, or you might not even know your talent at all, you know what you're good at. You might not even know what you want to do online, but you feel like you want to make money, or you want to just be on that online space. So if you're here and you have this kind of thoughts in your head, this is for you. And then if you're here and then you don't think you know, but you know someone that you know that has same thoughts in their head, please don't forget to share the link to them and invite them here. You might be helping a friend to become a star of tomorrow. So without wasting much time, can we start on this? Okay, so I'd like to ask the first question right now, which is a question
Okay.
that I think might be not so hard to answer. So you know, people from your time, not sounding like you came
Oh
from
my
an ancient
God.
time,
Oh my
but
God.
but you know, growing up, maybe you
You're
might
very
have
old.
not, you might not always see computer around you growing up. You might not always see people doing things online. You might have not even grown up seeing people do like how children of nowadays could just see things online and want to go online. But growing up, at what age do you know that you could take yourself online and do something online? And at what age did it start to trigger you? You first tell us like what age did you notice that that could happen, and what age did it now reveal to you that you can actually do that to yourself?
Okay, I left secondary school around 2003. Yeah, so that's quite some time, right? Though I left
Yeah.
very young. So as at 2000, there was this buzz, the Y2K compliance. You know, everybody was talking about Y2K, Y2K. That was the big thing then. And so
Yes.
at that point, when you go to someone's house and you see a computer, it's like, boy, you're seeing a huge asset. You know, they have a computer. It's not like TV. The system was priced very high. Then laptops weren't popular, though we had laptops. But desktops were the thing. When we were using uh, Windows XP, you
Yes.
know, Windows 98, then went to XP. And so then when I left secondary school, the in thing then was you go get do your computer literacy. So then it was a requirement for getting a job. You know, so while I was doing mine, I think that was when they taught introduction to programming. That was
Yes.
at that point I got an admission to the petroleum engineering University of Ibadan. So it changed everything for me. I didn't want to be an engineer anymore. I wanted to do things on the internet. I wanted to do things with the PC. I wanted to do things with computer. And so that was when I started falling in love with computer, even though that was not when I really started my business online. So, but that was when I started saying, wow, okay, there's going to be something big in this sector.
Hello, sir. Can
So
you
I
hear
think I
us?
answered that question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, the network is breaking a bit, but I guess just because of Nigerian connection issues which you've established over the previous lives, that this is something you face creating content online here in Nigeria. So, okay, thank you for that. So, next week, after knowing that you could actually take yourself online, what came to you? What did you feel like you want to put online? What did you feel like you had to offer that people would want? What service did you feel like you could provide online for you to go online yourself?
Okay, I think then the industry was just waking up. There wasn't really much. What we knew, the first question I got was programming. Like I said, I learned introduction to programming, and I began to learn programming. I began to then you wouldn't know anybody that really know how to program. It was just going to be you, and you. You know? And so I began to learn how to code. And so it was a journey. I don't know if I start telling that journey now. I don't know if I'm going to just answer questions, but it was on
Okay.
the journey that I began to discover, oh, you know, there was a lot more. That was before Facebook came out, so the emergence of Facebook, the emergence of YouTube, the emergence of Google, you know, brought a whole new frontiers. But initially, I was just focused on learning how to program. And I think I uploaded my first website in 2005. That's the first website I did.
Wow.
2005.
2005.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's go on. So how has it been since? Yeah, so like I wanted to know is creating the websites, what did you feel like? Or was it the excitement of having a website? What did you feel like you had to?
Yeah, man, it was a different experience. At that point, I just wanted to, it was like magic. How do you put this thing online and people can be seeing it from different location? Our interest wasn't to make money then. Our interest was to just do something that your mates could not do, feeling like that
Yes.
wizard thing, just that feeling. So we were just learning. I remember signing up my first domain. What was the name again? The name was seaworldonline.com. So I signed in with a hosting company, popular hosting company down in Lagos. I think they were the biggest then in Abuja, Nigeria, UT. It's not popular these days,
Yeah.
but they are still there. I signed it up. I had issues. I called them, they gave me support, and my website was live. And I'm like, whoa, I've done something that my mates, I couldn't do. And so I went on to, I kept on learning programming. And so when I got to the university, my university, I discovered a vacuum. You know, I said, students can actually be checking their results online. That time, JAM was already introducing online registration. So
Yes.
I think I went to the owner of the school. I told him. So at that point, they were looking for a company. I think I got that. Looking for a company to implement this thing. So the company was quoting. It was a company from Lagos. My school was in the eastern part of Nigeria. Anambra Precise. That was the campus where I was. It was a private university owned by a Reverend Father Mosino, late now. So I think the bill that the company was bringing was, I think, about 10 million. I'm not so sure, but it was a huge amount. They were going to come and implement it and just walk away. So I quickly drafted a proposal. I went to the owner of the school and I told him, see, I could do this for the school. Don't pay me. Let's share percentage. I think the school can keep 60, I'll take 40%. I was like, okay, let's do it. That's how I started making money from the online space. That's how I started, cashing out initially. I think I was in 300 level then, 200, 300 level then. And so they gave me, an office in school and they wrote out of bounds to non-student, but I was still a student. So the point of our IT, I did IT with my company. So I registered the company there called Trial Minds with three of my friends. That was how we came up with the name Trial Minds. And so
Yes.
So it was out of bounds to students, but I was a student. So I had three of my classmates do IT with me that period. So that was where my whole entrepreneurial journey started. I don't know if I should continue with my gist.
No, no, go on. Feel free.
Or
We're actually a lot of people enjoying the story, so like, we wouldn't mind hearing some more of it. So like, we're involved in this story right now. So tell us, you might be motivating someone, right?
okay,
How?
so I started making money and I didn't want to go to, the whole school was becoming boring for me. And if you're into tech, you're into IT and you know what you're doing, you know, you'll be like, if you come to class and sit down, you'll be like, what this guy is talking about, So I was already getting clients, building websites for clients, So I'll be going on the road. Once I see a signboard like school or church company, I see their phone number, I call them. I'm like, say I'm into website design. So I really convince them on what website we do to help them grow their business. And so they'll say, come over, I'll go do presentation. I began to close deals as a student. And so I stopped going to class, basically. Even though I still finished the best in the faculty, but I was no longer interested in academic box of getting a job, graduate with first class, get a job. And so I think the defining moment for me came when, you know, I I invested. So okay, then after then, while I was doing this, I was making money, and forex came. The whole forex buzz then came. So I've always been adventurous. I wanted to make money online, and so
Yes.
forex was an online business then, and people were jumping in. So I started learning it. So, but while I was in school, I couldn't really take time to demonstrate. So I invested in this company. I had made a lot of money, over 500,000. I invested it in first company. It sank. I invested in another company. It sank, and I didn't really have enough money to clear my final year school fees because it was a private school. The money they gave me was huge. So I more for everything. They were paying me 30% per month. It was really giving me money. And so on that fateful day, I was standing in front of my school gate. I'm like, wow, is this how my life is going to be? So I'm not going to graduate with my mates. I had more up all the money I had made to invest in this thing. I was like, boy. So I didn't know. I mean, as long as I could come home, I mean, there's no certificates, and there's no money.
Yeah.
So at that point, what I had was the computer and just my intellect, and I knew how
Okay.
to program. And so I quickly prepared the school management software, and I began to sell it. Between that time and now, the software has made me multiple seven figures in naira. Multiple seven figures. But something happened when I graduated. When I left and started, I turned it into a full online business. So it's a
Okay.
school management software that helps school do results, e-learning, accounting, literally everything you could think about in the school system. And so I began to, okay, when I left, there was an intention to expand the business. I wanted to go big. And so I began to market um, schools. I began to visit schools, tell them about the software. I thought that because I had a good software, they were just going to buy. I went to close to 50 schools or more than 100 schools. No one bought the software. No one bought the software. And so I began to ask myself, quit. I want to ask myself, are you going to quit? I ask myself, are you going to quit, or we're going to figure out what to do and make this work? So I said, okay, I need to learn marketing. So I began to learn marketing, traditional marketing, how to close deals over the phone, how to do proper presentation, and how to prospect clients over the phone, how to visit and do one-on-one closing of deals. So yeah. So failure isn't always the end. No, not at all. In fact, whenever you hit a block, it's an opportunity for you to relearn what you need to relearn and to step out there. So I began to close deals now. So I had moved from the failure, the guy that the money when that lost his money, to the guy that has gotten a product, to the guy that started marketing products and is facing a roadblock, to a guy that has learned marketing and started marketing. So this was my transformational journey. So, but I realized that I wanted to do more. How can I close more schools? How can I do more things? And so that's how I began to learn digital marketing.
Okay.
How can I reach out to more people, beyond Abuja where I am based? How can I reach people in Lagos, close the deal without necessarily being there? So I began to learn digital marketing. That was how my journey in digital marketing is. I began to enjoy the whole online space. And so I began to tell myself, but I could do more. I could sell other people's products. How about teaching people what I know? That's how I now came into mainstream online businesses and started helping companies build their own sales process, what we call today as funnel design. And so over the years, I've built more than 200 websites, help businesses generate more than $100,000 revenue, $100 million dollar revenue in sales, and quietly I've been doing this for people, and Literally, I've made all my money online using internet. I've made all my money using internet. And so I would like to put in next questions. I jotted down a couple of things on how you can turn whatever you know how to do. And so, but I'll go with your question. And in the absence of that, I might just start dishing out values uh, as we go in the course.
Okay, so we've now opened the stage to the audience to start dropping us their own questions, but I feel like maybe if you have some points you'd like to point out first, let's start with that, and before we end, we'll start to give space for people to come and give us their own questions and things they'd like to learn about. So we'll give you some minutes to say like 20 minutes to go through your list that you want us to learn, because you might answer questions people already have. So let's go with you answering these questions first, and then whatever question has not been answered, we'll follow you through.
Okay, so if you watched my ads about this live event,
Okay.
you will notice that I released some staggering statistics. Okay, so I'm still going to share a few of them. And so, according to Wikipedia, as of 2022, January, there are about 7.9 billion people in this earth. And on the internet, we have about 4.6 billion persons. What that means is that the people are currently online. And if I get my assumptions right, the other 50% who are not currently online are maybe people in their 50, 55, 60, majority of that age bracket, even though we have a couple of people in that age bracket on the internet. But what it means is that the market is on the internet. It is. So I did a couple of research, and in Nigeria alone, we have about 109.2 million persons as of January 2022 on the internet. 109.2 million persons. 109. So what that means is that 51% of Nigerians are on the internet. In Facebook alone, Nigerians that are on Facebook alone are about 31.86 million people on Facebook. On YouTube, we have 5.29 million persons on YouTube. And on Twitter, we have 40 million persons on Twitter. Think about this. There's a popular saying that says, where the honey is, the bees will what? Gather. And so, if you are smart or if you know anything about business, you will know that where the people are is where the market is. In those days, advertisements improved drastically from one point to one point. And we started from magazine to TV commercials. Why? Because during the news hours, 8 o'clock news, 9 o'clock news, 9 p.m. news, depending on when, you find out that companies were running a lot of adverts at those periods on television. Why? The goal was to get this product in front of the people. That was the goal. And so because people were clustered on TV, advertisements moved to that point. Now you will agree with me that things are really moving from TV sets to the palm of our hands to our mobile phone. People are attached. At some point, it moved to laptop. But now, when with the advent of mobile phone and multimedia phone, everybody is like this. 50% of our day we're flipping over the phone. We're either checking Facebook feeds, we're either checking YouTube videos or WhatsApp status. In other words, this is where people live now. And so someone said one time, I do not like putting my stuff on the internet. I don't like showing my life, my business. I like to work closely. That's the dumbest thing I've heard. That's the dumbest thing I've heard. It's like saying that I don't want to tell anybody about my business, about where my shop is, about the product I'm selling. Because the people are there. And if you say you don't want to put your things on social media, it means you don't want people to know about your product. It is the dumbest thing. When you hear people talk like this, they are at a point in their profession where they don't even know what to do. If you are not putting your lifestyle, your business, literally everything you do on the internet, you're not existing. 51% of Nigerians are on the internet. Your business is going to be there. If it's not there, you're missing out on 50% of the possibility of people buying your product. People, hear this now. A lot of people out there are not half as good as you are. The difference between you and them is that they trust themselves enough to step out there with mediocre products. And sometimes you have even better products than they do. But they believe in themselves so much to step out. And so if you're not stepping out, you're missing out. And so I've thought about this over the years. Whatever you know how to do, there is someone out there, like I said in the arts, that needs what you know how to do. The thing is, you do not know how to package it. If you know how to cook, there is a popular lady called Delicious. I think right now she has about 300 to 500 million thousand subscribers on YouTube. Think about it. Companies like Onga, companies like Maggie, that are related to that, they're beginning to chat her up and say, please do commercials for us, do adverts. Why? All she did was to get into her kitchen and start showing people recipes. As a bachelor, I used her channel a lot to learn how to cook soup, you know, when you want to grab quick fix. And, you know, she's beginning to gather audiences. And she's beginning to create a honey for bees to come and perch on. And people that want to scoop honey, they're beginning to come to her and say, hey, show your audience our product. And she's cutting out. There's a guy called Wademaya. I found him when he was about 200,000 subscribers. What does he do? The guy likes traveling. He was in China, wasting his life, and decided to come back to Nigeria, to Ghana. He's a Ghanaian. And he enjoys traveling. And guess what? He just travels around, building his lifestyle, showing people what he does. It was last week, the guy has hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube and has built a mansion. And someone is there saying, I don't like to show my life. I don't like to show my lifestyle online. You know what he's doing? Your village people are doing you alone. Your village people are following you. And so, no, but the more serious note. And so, there are a lot of benefits for going online. But I'm going to share, before I go into giving you blueprints, there are a lot of benefits for going online. Someone said preach it. Okay, so one of the things that have drawn me to the internet is this. When you have an online product, when you create it once, it always pays you every time. You can sell that product for 10 years, you can sell it forever. When you create it once, but think about it, if I'm sewing clothes and with machine, I get a client, I sew one, you know. In fact, most time before you finish sewing, the money has finished. You need to wait for another client. That explains why a lot of tailors, they keep on holding people's clothes because they need to collect new clothes for them to maintain cash flow. Yes. And so with online business, you build once, you sell always. Another thing is, it makes it easy for you to scale your business. In other words, once I've tested my business with 100 people, I can sell it automatically to 1 million people without working again, without repeating the process. And so it's easy to scale, to expand. Another thing that I like about this thing is that you can automate it. You don't have to do all the work every time. If you're a baker, if you bake cake, when somebody bring cake for wedding, you have to finish it. When they bring another cake, you have to mix flour again. All right? You have to bring flour and mix it again and resell. Else, you will not be able to make money. Another thing I enjoy about online business is the freedom it gives to me. Boy, I wake up every day. I work out. I go pray. I come back home and stay with my sister. I say, it gives me time to spend. It gives me opportunity to spend time with my beautiful wife and spend time with my kids. You know, because I'm at home, I'm making money, I'm running ads, I'm developing products, and I'm selling. All right, and it's very easy to start. Minimal cost is required, and there is no increase. There is no further cost after you set up the business. The cost you might need to incur is maybe advertisements, maybe support, and maybe server. Maybe you posted this thing on the server. All right. And so another thing I like about it is, hey, if I want to pay for something today and I need money, all I need to do is to do one campaign and break in sales. massively. And so these are the benefits. And so if you're thinking of that freedom lifestyle, this this life event is for you. It gives you an opportunity to live your dream and live the kind of life that you want to live. And so now, each time I hear people talk about trying to go online, I hear them. I'm asking, each time I meet people, actually ask me, why are you not online? They give me a lot of excuses. And so I listed some of the challenges so that it's good these challenges and know that they're not really a hindrance to you. Now, one of them is that people think they're not good enough. There's someone out there better than them. And let me tell you something. A lot of fashion designers out there, a lot of bakers out there, a lot of teachers out there that you see online, they are not as good as you are. The difference is that they believe in themselves. I keep saying this. So, and you are seeing them because you are seeing them on screen every time. You think, hi, this person is good, though. No. Some of them started and continue to learn on the journey. Some of those people teach, they research them that morning and came and taught you in the evening. They are not they're not as smart as you are. All right. Sometimes you are smarter than them. And so the reason why you haven't gone online is that you think there are people out there who are smarter than you. I need you to take that bad. That's not true. Listen, that fake meat is holding you down. And so a lot of people think that they need to know so much to be out there. No, you need to be willing to just do more research than the average person. For example, if you're the affiliate marketing niche, if you make money online niche, all you need to do is wake up every day, research, check it out, and teach it. You begin to gather the audience. Why? All you need to do is to be willing to do an extra work. And so you don't need to know so much about the other person before you step into this online space. Another thing that's keeping a lot of people is that okay, so Daniel Oba is saying being online is not only for experts. That's true. And so another thing that's keeping people back, they think they need this expensive equipment. One day I'm going to do what do I call it? A tour of our mini studio, the studio I used to shoot at here in Influencer. We're going to show you guys. So you see that you can start with minimal equipment. All you need is lights. And when I mean light, I don't mean tripod. Just find something to all you need is a light bulb. I'll show you. I think I'll show you guys the construction of a bulb we did when we started. I just went to where they did the electricals. I told them, I said, hey, the lampoda that holds bulbs. I just say, hey, can you construct this thing with wire and put bulb inside? So I just brought the wire. They put an extension head. I just came and connected to the extension. The bulb was out. I connected the bulb, different colors of bulb. And I'm looking for something. I just put that bulb on top of it. And I have lightning. I just pulled out my camera and shot my first video. So the point is, you do not need expensive equipment to start. You don't. All right. And so another reason why people are not is that they think that their first video must be perfect. I penned this thing down so that I don't miss out on important points. You think your first video, see, let me say this to you. No matter how, when you're planning to shoot your first video, no matter how prepared you are, it will never be perfect. Your audio will suck. The way you talk will suck. But as you continue to shoot content, you begin to get better at it. So this is my challenge to you. Pull out your camera and shoot your first video. All right? You do not need to be perfect. Now, let me say this. Sometimes we shoot videos. There are typographic errors. I tell my team, put it out there. It is intentional. Why? Because I want you to know that you don't have to be perfect. Put it out there. Secondly, you need to know that we are human beings like you doing these things. When I want to write bake, B-A-K-E, and I write B-A-I-K, sometimes I just say, it's time to put it out. I put it out there. Now, I'm trying to minimize mistakes as much as possible, but don't let perfectionism keep you from getting out there. All right? And so your first video will never be perfect, okay? Another reason why people are not doing is that they want to do it, but they don't know where to start. And that's why what I'm here to share with you today. You're going to learn loads of things. And so if you're watching this video later after this live event, take your time and go through it. And if you're yet to subscribe to Influencer YouTube channel, I'd like you to do something. Let's do a quick one. If you're here, you don't subscribe, just go ahead and click on the subscribe button. You know, I and a couple of experts, if you go through our channel, we bring in people every week. And next month, we already have 4 guests. Bio Ajay is going to be coming on the channel. He's going to be teaching us information marketing, how to package information, you know, and sell it quickly. You know, so we're going to be dropping this stuff. It's going to be huge. And so go ahead and click on the subscribe button and turn on notification so that when we drop a video, you know, I personally, what I teach on the Influencer YouTube channel is how to monetize your idea and how to make money online. That's my niche. A couple of people will teach you SEO. Some guy will teach you on how to make money on copywriting and funnel design. You know, we bring in experts. If you know anybody out there that you want us to bring, I would like you to leave it as a comment in the comment section. We'll write to the person and say, hey, our audience recommended you and would like you to come and share your rich knowledge with them. All right. Okay, so where do I start? I want to start going online. Where do I start? So the first thing is ideation. Getting you what? Your idea. And so if you are like me, right, that if you listen to my backstory, I chronicled my journey, how, you know, I started, learning programming. Then I built my product, I started selling it. I tried Forex, you know, it burnt me. But now I'm very good with trading crypto. Now I also learned marketing. I also learned funnel design. When I learned how to do funnel, I now realized that copywriting was essential. And I started learning copywriting and mastered the art of copywriting. And later on, I went into content creation. You know, and I learned how to, or sorry to little bit about say it can only get better. Perfectionism should not stop you. And that's true. So I learned how to create content, and I learned how to now convert whatever you know into online. So the question would be, you realize that you know so many things, and the problem will be, where do I start from? Which idea should I go on with? And so this is what I recommend everybody to do. And so if you're confused about where to start online, do this. And I did it, and it changed it for me. So if you're confused about where to start shooting content or content creation and what to do online, I started a 90 days content creation challenge. Any niche. I didn't have a predefined niche in my head. I just began to generate content. I began to draw content for 90 days. And after a while, I realized that helping people turn what they know how to do into knowledge began to resonate with me. You find out that ideas that were coming to me were always in that area. I also found out that each time I drop a content encouraging people to step out there, the content generated a lot of feedback. People clicked on it. People liked it. When I do a short video, and I posted on YouTube, and noticed that people responded to it more. And it began to dawn on me that, wow, I should pay more attention into helping people make money online and helping them monetize their idea. And so this is my answer to you. And so I'll summarize it. If you have a challenge, you're confused about which idea to start creating content in, and you don't know where to start from, go for a 90 days, generate content and begin to drop content. After a while, go to your channel, you find out that these content areas that I'm releasing is beginning to get feedback. And I'm beginning to get content in this niche more. It's been resonating with my personality. I find joy teaching this thing. You go on that 90 days challenge, you find that, because sometimes you might think that what you want to teach is baking. Yeah, that might be it. But sometimes you might think you're good with copywriting. You might think, you're good with funnel hacking. But yeah, you're good with that, but that's not what the audience wants to get from you. And so this helps you niche down properly on what you should be teaching. All right? Okay, so what types of businesses do we do online? What types of businesses? And so depending on the type of business you do, all of this business falls into these 5 categories I listed. There might be more, but I outlined 5 of them. Course creation is one. Content creation, YouTube, blog, that's another. Software creation, how to do software. Then online coaching, that's mentorship. Then there's affiliate marketing. So if you check, if you're into digital marketing, it's still affiliate marketing. You can market products that is your own, and you can market people's products. And so course creation, you know something you want to focus on it. And so that comes with that. So you want to share idea, you want to engage an audience. That's content creation. You can do that with a blog. You can do that with YouTube. You can even do that on Facebook. You can do that with Twitter, engaging your audience. That's content creation. So if you're like me, I also have a couple of software out there. One of my popular software is the School Portal Generator. It's live on the schoolportalgenerator.com. You know, I sell that as an affiliate. I sell affiliates pick up that product and they make close to $100,000 every term. And so, depending, so based on your idea, now we now know how to get an idea, right? We have gone through what is stopping us from stepping out. We have evaluated the challenges, we have evaluated the benefits. We have also heard my own story. And now, let's assume you have niched down, you have tried. Now, 90 days might be long for you. You can try 7 days, you can try 1 month, but I think 30 days to 90 days is very effective. Usually at the 21 day, at the third week, at 21 days, you would have seen yourself gotten a direction on what content you want to start producing. Now, let's say you've gotten it, or you are one of those that already know what you want to do. The first question to ask yourself, the other question to ask yourself is, what is the best method to communicate this idea that I have to my people? You know, what is the best vehicle to get this message out to them? And so I'd like you to do something. If you're here live and you have an idea, I would like you to drop what you do in the comment section, and let's evaluate the best way you can communicate it to people. And let's get feedbacks from you. If you are live, let's get feedback from you. You say, I'm into this, and we can say, okay, this is the best method. Does it fall under course creation, under one-on-one mentorship, that's coaching? Will you be needed to create a software to better drive this? Will you be needed to implement an affiliate marketing strategy to be able to, you know, get this out there? And would you just be doing content creation, and this can be driving traffic to what you want to do? So let me see. And so, Jonah, if they drop a comment, I would like to see, you know, what you think, an idea you have, and let's evaluate the best way, and maybe that would move us into the next section of this live event. You know.
All right. Someone got me a special request. Someone from when we had the artwork out there, someone got to me and he said, well, his name was Josiah, and he said he wouldn't be available, but he would watch the video later on. So if we could attend to his question, we'll be very grateful for that. And what he told me was that he was a photographer. He loves taking pictures and doing photography generally. And because he's a bit sick, he said he won't be able to be awake. He won't be awake by this time because he apparently just had an operation.
Your line is breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I said someone got to me now, like doing the promotion of live events, and he said he wouldn't be available to be on this live, but he wanted us to really answer this question because he could watch it in the daytime because he just had a medical operation on him. And according to what he said he was into photography. He loves taking pictures. And shout out to you, Josiah. I hope you get better soon because he communicated that he couldn't be here. But yeah, and he said what he wanted to know was what he first asked me, because it was funny when we said we'd be doing this program and the video you made was telling people would help you take your business online. He first asked me and said, I hope this wouldn't be one of those things where you tell us to bring money and come and jam. And I said, don't worry. We're not charging you. We're just giving you advice that could actually make you something in the future. We're bringing someone that has tried different things and has made success out of it to tell you what you could do to make yourself also better. So what he wanted to know was that his own field is photography. At least he knows what he's good at. He loves taking pictures. He takes pictures, and he wanted to know because photographers take pictures, they get their money, they pay them, and they go and they come back. But he wanted to get how he could bring his own content online to a point where he's making income, to a point where it's passive income for himself that will make him a better person. So, what advice would you give someone in that position?
Okay, for photography, that's a massive niche. That's a massive niche. If you go online, you see a lot of persons who are into this industry. And so at the end of the day, it will depend on him and what resonates with him. But I'm just going to outline the possible methods or channels that he can use and monetize that skill. And go, I mean, every day you go, they invite you for events, you go and take picture and come back, your bidding price. That's beautiful. It's a honest way of making money. But, I today alone, I mean, I think it was yesterday or today, while I was going through YouTube, I saw a channel. The guy is into photography. That channel had over 1.3 million subscribers already. Now, you know how to handle camera. Do you know a lot of people out there who are content creators on YouTube that want to know how to position camera, that want to know how to shoot camera, that want to know how to use their phone and produce content, that want to know how to set big studio. Now, that alone is content. You can be teaching that on YouTube. So what I advise you to Josiah to do is go on YouTube and type photographers. He will see a lot of successful channels on YouTube and what they are doing. All you need to do is to replicate what they are doing, and within 6 months, you find out that your channel will grow. You begin to grow an audience. Now, when you grow an audience, what is going to happen is you're going to begin to attract people. People will begin to see you as an authority. What it will do for you is that you begin to select the kind of shootings you go and do. You can say, okay, I don't want to go and do a video shooting that is less than 5 million naira. That's less than 500,000. Why? Because the content creation is giving you revenue. That's one. Content creation is giving you revenue. Secondly, you still do your photographic gig. Now, there'll be a lot of other younger content creators out there that want to learn what you do. You start one-on-one coaching for them, one-on-one mentorship for them. You can even do a course, how to teach YouTubers how to shoot, how to produce video with, how to produce content with your camera without having expensive equipment. That is a course, and that is money. And now from there, you can take people and be doing one-on-one mentorship with them. Now, if you want to take it very far, you can begin to create a software, a platform, like a lot of platforms there that allow you to sell pictures. Now you can become a marketplace. You can build a website where people, different photographers can snap and come and sell their stock images, random images. That's one. Secondly, why you can also have a marketplace for online photographers. I'm looking for a photographer, I go online, I search, I will find the next photographer near, and Uber for photographers. So there are a lot of ways to make money as a photographer. But the fastest one you can start today is to go online and find photographers and see what they are doing and begin to generate content from that point. And so, is there any other question, or should I just
yes, we have another question. So,
okay, that's
I'll he said, this is from Eddie, and he said, I'm a dog breeder. How do I go online about it?
Wow, dog breeding is a huge niche. One thing I found out about that niche is people who are into this, who are into pets, they love pets a lot. In fact, that was a channel I saw. All the guy does is just post dogs, different breeds. And now you don't need to snap all this content. There are a lot of them out there. There are a lot of them out there that a lot of videos out there on these things. And so, as a dog breeder, I'm thinking now, What can I do? Now, the question will be the people in your industry, what is their biggest question? What are they needing? Okay. Um, where they can find different breeds of dogs, right?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, because your video was breaking a bit, but it's back on right now. So I think
Okay,
you
it's
can
back, right?
continue. Yes, it's back on. You're good now. Thank you. Can we continue, please?
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, first thing you can do is to start generating content. Go on YouTube. The same thing I told the other person. Go online.
Sorry, can you hear us? There's a bit of a network seizure here. I think there's a bit of a network problem, but you know how Nigeria is stressing dynamic. So, before our speaker is back, if you have any any idea at all you have, anything you feel you're good at, whatever you feel like you're good at doing, whatever you feel like you want to show people, and you don't know how to follow it online, please drop a comment, say something here, and we'll give you advices to help you to bring yourself out there, to help you to get yourself in a position where you could actually make money off these things you're good at. So if you know you're in such a position, don't forget to drop a comment and let us know what you're good at. And so far, we've had an entertaining communication, we had an entertaining conversation with influencer founder right here, and he's giving us proper information on how we can do a lot of things online. And so, I bet with the lists you've heard already, it should put you in a good position for you to make yourself proper online, to have an idea of how you can take whatever you're good at. And bet you, whatever you do in this present time, from the least thing, whatever you do, even if you're just good at sleeping, we know there are people that are good at playing games and they're making millions of dollars online from just playing games. So much more you that can actually stand up and do something. So whatever you feel like you're good at doing, just know you can actually make money off this and save yourself. There are people that just could play game and maybe people thought they were useless and they couldn't do anything. But right now they'll be doing better than all those people that have been going through school and trying to do the typical thing of going to study and whatever and whatever and whatever. So if you know you're in that position and you're good at whatever you feel like you like to do, please drop your question here, drop your comments here, and then we'll help you with that. We'll help you learn how you could actually take whatever you're good at online and make money off it. So like we've already started to discuss, we've spoken about various things you can do online. We've spoken about various ways you can promote yourself online, which has been listed here. So please, if you know there's something you want to build, and we spoke about someone that said he was good at photography. That's the first one we spoke about. People that are good at photography, like you said, you could actually make coverage of those things. Those ideas you already think, those things you know already. Because like we say in these days, knowledge is power, and knowledge is also money. So if you feel like you're good at it, if you know how to take pictures, position your camera, like he said, making those videos could actually help a lot of people to come online and make money off it. You might be having an idea of how a concept of making a video, and you might not know how you could actually help people with that, but then a lot of people have had the same thoughts in their head and then they've made money off it. They've made money off it and then they are actually doing a lot from this same thing you feel like you're good at doing. Another way that photographers could actually make money is also by yes, it's here. Okay. Another way people could actually make money here is in the aspect of photography is by actually sending your art, your work, things you've actually done, things you've actually taken pictures of. Because we know in this present time, a lot of people sell pictures online. Not everybody goes around trying to post videos, which is actually a very good way to make money. But some people just sell their pictures, sell whatever they do I don't know.
Oh,
Hello, can you hear me?
can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you clearly. Can you hear
Can you see me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but there's a bit of an echo there.
Jonah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but there's a bit of an echo there.
Um, I can't hear you, Jonah.
There's a bit of an echo here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Jonah, can you hear me? But I cannot hear you. But if you can hear me, I'll just flow.
Okay. Yes.
And so if you can hear me, I'll just continue. Okay, so I'll take it back from the question the guy asked. And so for the guy into dog, that niche is very huge. All right. And so what I advise is you start content creation. So go online, go on YouTube, and begin to build an audience. Begin to find out what others are doing. Now, because I'm not in this industry, I might not know, but I know I believe that when you're doing this, you begin to see when you're beginning to generate content, people are going to begin to ask you questions. You're going to begin to say, okay, these people are needing this information. Okay, if I do this, it's going to be what's going to be relevant. It's going to be useful. Somebody will be interested in this content. And so that's the advice I can give. And so, more importantly, I would like to go into other part of the whole. And so, the two things that we can do based on the method I listed, I talked about course creation, content creation, software generation, production. Okay, somebody is asking, how can I build a real estate agency online using social media? That's powerful. Now, there is a guy out there called Grant Cardone. He used a massive strategy. Now, what he did is to use content creation. He leveraged YouTube. Give me more light. He leveraged YouTube and leveraged Instagram primarily, because that's where people who want to live the lifestyle, that's where they are. Now, Grant Cardone did not just preach real estate investments, real estate buying of house, own your own house. No, that's what a lot of real estate agents, that's what they get. That's where they make mistake. Now, there is something that everybody wants, even those that want house today and those that don't want house. Investment. Grant Cardone began to teach real estate, buying properties as real estate investment, as a way to save money. Now, I have a friend who has been into real estate, but I didn't see a reason why I should buy property until I began to research myself I began to say, hey, instead of putting this money in the bank account, this is a smart way to actually save money. So I bought a piece of land, and within 24 months, it got over 30% ROI. There is no fixed deposit that will give that to you, and it is a safe way to invest money. It's a safe way. And so there are three kinds of investment that I always recommend: people, land, gold, and its related diamond and all of that. They don't depreciate in value. And so a real estate agency, now, having known this, the next thing that a real estate agent will do is to begin to engage audience. The first question is, who are the people that are more likely to buy your product? Where can you find them? And so once you have a place where you can find them, the next thing is to find out how to communicate to them. Begin to talk to them. Begin to engage them. Go live. Begin to talk about this thing. Initially, people might not be paying attention to you. But after a while, they'll begin to say, okay, this guy knows what he's saying. They begin to listen. Now, the next thing you want to do once you start doing that is you start building a list. Build an audience of people who want to pay attention to you. So as you're releasing this content, be converting them. Now, what you do is this. You're generating content and you're pulling organic traffic to your list, to your email list. And sometimes, if you know how to design funnel properly, you can collect email lists and also move them to your WhatsApp. Once you have them there, all you now need to do is to begin to make them offers. List of properties you have and why they should get into it, and why within 6 months their money will grow up. Now, this is how to take a real estate business online. Stop telling people about shelter. Tell them about multiplying their money through investing in real estate. We could go on and on, but if I sit down with a real estate person and begin to diagnose what I call their value ladder, I'll begin to identify the best method for a real estate practitioner to get more audience and make more money. Is there any other question? This one said, I give everyone around me very good advice, and I think I talk sense. At least to what I've heard. How do I make money off this? Okay, now, while you're giving advice, you must be able to niche down and say, hey, people come to me for this advice. For example, and these are my friends, when they have problem getting women, they always talk to me about it. And I noticed that whenever two things they talk to me about, their business, their relationships. You can't be talking about, for example, you cannot talk to people about if there's a possibility, you cannot talk to people about being a successful Muslim, being a successful Christian. You might be unable to talk to somebody about how to start a business, but maybe you can talk people out of depression, or you can talk people into taking action into their goals. So once you're able to niche it down, you must take the next stage, which I want to share. The next thing you want to do is to now ask yourself, this thing that I talk about, if I turn it into a business, would it be profitable? That's the next thing I want to share. And if I get a comment and say proceed, I will go into other aspects on how you can turn whatever you want to do into content creation, into course creation, and how you can make money, launch a course, and make money on the day you have launched. And so the first thing, Jojo Kaka, is to niche down and say, what am I advising about? You can't be talking about everything. What am I advising about? And who are the kind of people that always come to me for advice? Who are they? Now, once, G Sports Nigeria said proceed. So once I know them, then the next thing I want to do is to begin to find out how I can monetize this. Now, I want to proceed then because I want to give you real value at the end of the day, so that whatever you're doing, you can turn that into a course. So we have talked about course creation, content creation, affiliate marketing, software creation, but I look at affiliate marketing. There is so much there already out there, and we have someone that has spoken on affiliate marketing, and we bring people to talk about it. Now, software creation, you might need to learn. Okay, thank you guys. I'm proceeding. You might need to learn content creation. You might need to learn software design and all of that, or find somebody that will be creating new software. And now, content creation, we are left to content creation and course creation. Now, content creation, I've talked about it. Use a blog, use YouTube. Now, a lot of people want to build a course out of what they know. The question is, how do I know if this will work? Will it succeed? Why should I waste my time? Why should I even try? And so, I haven't talked about this. Assuming you have gotten your idea, you have niched down, you know what to do. Now you have decided that you want to use content creation and or course creation. So I'm going to focus on course creation, right? The first thing I advise people that have anything they want to do, you want to create a course, you want to be a coach, is to test your idea. Do what we call, thank you, Edward, Sonia. Then the first thing you want to do is to test your idea whether it's worth it. Test your idea whether it's worth it. All right, now how do I do that? I developed something called the 100 test formula. Now, in this 100 test formula, there are two layers. The first one is the acceptance test. Will people like this idea? Will people like it? The second one I said is the conversion test formula. Will people pay actually for this idea? Because you might be given an idea. People might tell you, hey, it's good, but they might not be willing to pay. Now, before you even go into conversion test, that's whether people are willing to pay, you must be able to know whether is it good. So this is what I think. I penned out a lot of things. So what I advise you is conduct a research. And how do you do a research? You can use Google Trends. You can go and Google Trends and know whether search that keyword you're trying to work on. Advice on how to make money online, how to get your dream girlfriend, how to create a course, how to train a dog. Now, you always see trend. You see whether this trend is a growing trend or whether it's a declining trend. Sometimes you want to begin to create a course where people are no longer interested in it. Now, another thing is you want to do in this research is to do what I call keyword research. You can use software like Ubersoft. I think I'm going to find a link to this and put it on the description of this video at the end of the live event. Ubersoft. It helps you search keywords. Now, you want to get on, like now that guy that is into pet dog. Go and type pet dogs. You will see related things that people are searching in that related areas. It might be, how do I get my dog to begin to communicate effectively? It might be, how do I breed dogs? Essential, different. It might be, how do I feed a dog and make it grow? It might be, how do I make money rearing dogs? When you type dogs or pets, you will see related things that people are searching. It will help you narrow what you want to teach and know whether even what you want to teach, whether it will make sense. Now, once you do this, another thing now you have been able to research this thing and know that I've been able to research the keyword, check trends. Now you want to talk to a few people. You can start talking to your friends, but I think you should talk to strangers. Now, once you have gotten the keyword, another thing I think you should search is tags. Go online, type tags. Let's say pet dogs. When you have done your keyword research, you found that keyword that people are looking for. Go and search that. You can go on Twitter, you can go where the people are gathering. People you might be on Facebook, might be on YouTube. Type that keyword. Now you will see people who are using these keywords. Chat them up. Now, this is the first test, acceptance tests. Chat them up. Because these people don't know you, they're going to be frank with you. Say, I've been doing this for years. I have an experience in training dogs. I have in baking. I have experience in real estate. I have experience in advising people on how to get their dream woman. I have about how to get away from depression. So you can type keyword depression. You see people are talking about it. People that have this problem, talk to them. So I'm trying to create this course. What do you think about it? What are you trying to do? You're trying to know whether this is going to work so that you don't waste your time. I want to create this. You just go and start shooting video, producing video, paying a video editor to edit it, building websites, building landing page. Then when you put it out there, nobody wants it. You don't need that. So you want to do this research. Once you do this, now at this point, you would have gotten close to 10 persons. Talk to 10 persons. Now, the next question I want to ask them is, what are the problems that they think that you as an expert can help them solve? Let them tell you. Another question is, if you're able to solve this problem for them, what can you help them overcome? What are you trying to get from them? You're trying to get them to tell you their transformation. What's your solution? How your solution is going to transform their lives? So you're also going to ask them, what would their goal be when they want to take this course? In other words, when you want to take this course, what do you expect to make out of it at the end of the day? What outcome do you want to have? Okay. This one says, my channel is about helping young people express their opinion on issues we face in everyday life and how to solve them. We are having issues growing. What tips can you give us to grow faster? Okay, before I proceed, I'm looking at the first thing you wrote that I posted. Now this one says to make money costs. Okay, how you can make money? Because we have been looking for sponsorship and it turns out we have to start our things alone. Please advise us. Now the first thing I'd like to, please can you bring up back the first thing? How to advise young people. Can I see it again? My channel is about helping young people express their opinion. Express their opinion. That is too vague. It's too broad. It's too broad. On issues we face every day. You cannot be dealing with every issue. You can't. Is it on marriage? Is it on child abuse? Because if you're able to narrow it down, you can attract people. Is it people who are suffering in marriage? My advice to you would be to niche it down. You cannot deal with everyday issue. Everyday issue is for nobody. There's a saying that if you target everybody, you're targeting nobody. Or if you focus more on dating issue, bomb. That niche is a bomb. Now there's a lady I know that teach guys how to get their dream woman. She has over 500,000 subscribers. 500,000 subscribers. 500,000 subscribers. So what I advise you is find people doing related things to your channel. That's always where to start. Go find out what are the keywords they're using on the description of their channel. What are the contents they've been creating? Go to their channel, find the content that they've produced that is having high view. Begin to recreate those contents. Because each time people watch their content, YouTube will automatically want to refer related content, and they'll be picking yours because your description matches the tag on your channel matches their own. That's where I think you should start. Niching down, since your niching is dating now, stop saying your because YouTube is crawling your channel and you see you advise people on day-to-day challenges. They don't know you're talking about dating. Your channel should be about dating. Dating. That's powerful. That's a massive niche. If you can niche it down to dating and stop saying that your channel is about helping people, advising people on day-to-day issues, that's a no-brainer. All right. If you have another question to this, I'd like to deal with that. And I think people want to ask more questions instead of me just releasing ideas. So, like I've learned, I like to know what people want and flow in that. Even though I've prepared how you can create course and make money out of it, but if I get questions, except if there's no further questions, then I would like to proceed with I was talking about testing your ideas, acceptance test and conversion test, and we've talked about how to convert. So I'm just going to flow. If I see a question, I'll pause and answer that. I think that's the best way to go. Is that okay? If it's okay, just say proceed in the comment section. Okay. So I'm going to proceed, right? And so you want to know, once you have gotten sufficient data on how to go about on what these people want, now you collate those data, right? You collate those data and say, okay, 10 people have given you this thing. Now you need to expand it. You say, okay, these 10 people have spoken to, they want to know this, they want to know about 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 this. So you don't just assume. Maybe you can include some of your own. This thing will now help you develop what I call table of contents. Because you have spoken to 10 persons, you can even speak to your friends. They'll tell you, I would like to learn about this, I would like to learn about this. Now, I also do something, I sample their opinion. I ask them, will you be willing to pay for this? And if you be willing, what is the amount you think would be okay? They will give you their idea. Thank you, Minaj. I'm glad you're learning a lot. So they'll give you an idea, all right, on how much they think. But now, don't just take that from them literally, because if I'm interested in a course, I won't tell you I want you to charge so much on it so that you can bring down your price. Now, also, they might be close to you and they don't want to hurt you. They might be telling you they will buy, but they will not buy in real sense. And so, what you need to do is just get their idea. You've gotten a table of contents by asking questions. Now, sometimes this is organic. Sometimes you might want to run ads. Hey, I'm working on a course. Just like before this event, we sent out information, and some of you sent your questions in advance. Based on that questions, we're able to tailor answer questions to this. So every time you want to do a course online to make money online based on what you know how to do, let it be to address what a problem, to solve a problem. Let it be to what? Solve a problem. Don't just go and do what you want. Just go and be teaching what you want to teach. Hey, I'm going to teach you how to bake cake. You might be dealing with people who are already baking, who are having problem getting customers. So while your course might also focus on teaching them how to bake, you might also now include a section of your course that has to do with getting your ideal customers. So the first thing is to, once you've gotten your idea, what you want to niche, talk to the people you're trying to create this course for. Now, the next most powerful test that you want to do is the conversion test. Now that you have gotten this thing, before you do the conversion test, you need to know pricing. Pricing, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. And I'm going to show you a formula I use to price my products. I'm going to show you a formula. With all I'm going to say, all of it is premised on one thing. Pricing is dependent on the amount of value you are giving to people. All right. Is the pain so much that they're willing to pay $1,000? Is the pain so much that they're willing to pay $200? The pain you're trying to solve. The pain you're trying to solve. If at the end of the day, you're just putting price, it's not going to work. Now, when you have done this, there are two end of clients. There are the high-paying clients, and there are the low-paying clients. Now, you want to ask yourself, do I want so much of clients? Thank you, Dorothy Donald. Do I want so much of clients that we pay so much, that we pay little? Or do I want few clients that will pay me so much? And so, what you need to do at this junction is to ask yourself, how much am I looking at making from this? How much am I looking at making from this? Once you do that, okay, you might say something like, I want to make $100,000. And so I'm going to ask myself, how much am I willing to sell this course? Let's say I'm willing to sell it at $500 because I've checked that the value is worth it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to ask myself, $500, how many do I need to sell to hit this target? And so I'm going to say, okay, for a $500 cost to hit $100,000, I will need to sell 200. Now, always peg your conversion rate. Always peg your conversion rate at 1% conversion rate. And so what that would mean is, if I want to sell to 200 people, I will need to bring 20,000 traffic. And so think about it. If you decide to sell that course at $10 to hit $100,000, you have to do the calculation and figure out whether you want to go through that pain. And so you see a lot of experts, they peg their courses at between $1,000, $500, $250. Even if they sell a low priced course at the front end of the funnel, let's say $7, they always have a high paying one that helps them break even. And so once you've established that, personally, I don't want to sell a course that is less than $500. So that if I sell to 10 people, it gives me $5,000. If I sell to 100 people, it gives me $50,000. And it helps me pay attention to them. It doesn't burn me out. Okay? And let me say this. Be bold enough to charge the value of your course. Be bold enough. All right? People that have the value,
we pay for it. Now, I don't want to go to people at the bottom of the society that will put pressure on me and all of that. Now, there are courses I do and I design it for them. Mimaj said, I'm just getting started with affiliate marketing and blog, and your series have been of great help. It's almost 2 a.m., but I'm stuck. Okay, well done, great job. Thank you, Mimaj. I'm sure you're not chatting from Nigeria. Where are you chatting from? I would like to know. All right. And thank you. And so you say you're starting affiliate marketing. Okay, thank you. I don't know if you need any tips on how to do that. You can leave a question in the comment section, and I'll be really glad to provide adequate support. I'm so impressed. It's 2 a.m. and you're still live watching this event. So you guys, you are the reason why we should be doing what we are doing every time. Thank you. Okay, so I've talked about pricing, and the next thing I want to do is, now you've gotten the content from 10 people, you've gotten the price, you've decided. Then the next thing you want to do is to know whether people are going to pay. Now you need to do the conversion test. You need to develop what we call MVP, minimum viable product. A minimum viable product is something that people need, the least thing that people need, the least thing that people can need to get started. Don't go and start developing the whole thing. Now you already have 10 people who are working with you. You already have them. Now you want to convert them. You want to check whether these people that told you, hey, I will pay, whether they will really pay. Whether they will really pay. So what you're going to do, just create a landing page. Now, sometimes you can create a mini course. The course can be just four videos, introducing what you do, giving them value in the first 2-3 videos. You know, for example, if I want to do something like how to learn how to speak French, I might create a simple course, how to communicate at a restaurant using French language. For example, if I want to go into real estate, I can say, if I want to do a course for people that want to start real estate business, I can say, thinking of starting real estate business, pay attention. 4 mistakes you should avoid if you want to be successful as a real estate person. I can do a small mini course on this. What am I trying to do? I want to use this course as a lead magnet. Now, this course becomes my minimum viable product. It becomes also my lead magnet. When people watch it, now I'm going to use this thing and test it for 100 people. When these 100 people come and watch my video, this mini course, when they watch it, when they finish, I'll say, hey, I hope you learned something in this course. I hope you learned something valuable. Now, what I'd like you to, I created a detailed course on this, and I'm giving you a discount of 50%. If you take action now, we are launching this course. This course has not been launched. We are launching in 1 week time or in 14 days time. If you take action today, all you need to do is to do a deposit. Now, this course is priced at $500, for example, and you're giving them 50% discount, but you need them to deposit $10 or $50 or $100 as a way to show their commitment. And you know, Apple use this strategy a lot for iPhone. You find that a product has not been produced, they've sold out. And so this is what we call pre-selling. Now, there are times if you get in 100 people and you do not get one person to buy, this is a 1% conversion. If you get 3 persons to buy, wow, to indicate interest, wow, that is massive. That is massive. Now, when these people call online, you can take them on the journey and be developing their courses, the courses for them. That way, you will know whether this course is worth it or not. That way, you will know whether you should just dive in and start creating. All when you finish, nobody's willing. When people put their card details and exchange money for pre-sale to book what you have not released, boy, I can assure you, when you release that content, that same person will come and complete the payment, and you will have close to 108,000 people that will pay for the product. The day you are launching, you're going to have massive sales. Now you can use webinar. It mustn't be a mini course. It can be a mini book, a PDF that you created. It can be a book that you created to teach them what you are talking about. All right. And when you do, it can be a webinar. When you do this, you use pre-sale. Now, another thing you do, this thing arms you with, because you have people who have watched your mini course, you ask them to send you testimonial. So on the day you launch your product, you already have people who are waiting to buy. You already have people who will give you testimonials. So you're not coming out as somebody who is not an expert. You're coming out as somebody that knows what he wants to do. Now the next thing is to create a funnel. Now when you create funnel, for the sake of time, I'm not going to really dwell so much on funnel. We're going to be teaching that. Now another thing I want to show you is marketing. There is a strategy I use. I call it the explosion blueprint. How you can get people. How you can get people. You know, have you ever released a product and you have 1,000 people talking about this product at the same time? It's a blueprint I developed. I hacked it and I found out a strategy and it works. It makes our cost to go widespread. And so, if you enjoy this video and you want to learn more, I would like you to do something. I'd like you to leave a comment in this video. Now we're going to, Jonah, please send our WhatsApp link. Send our WhatsApp phone number to them. Let them leave a message. Say, I'm interested in learning how to create a course that sells $100,000 for me. And I'm working on a course and I'm planning to create a course. And so if you're interested, if you're going to go on that journey with me, I would like to know whether to proceed on creating this course. And I'm sure you've gotten value. So imagine what the real course would be. So I want to talk with you. I know what you want to have on this course, and I want to create a detailed course and teach you how you can literally take everything, give you formulas, blueprints, actionable questionnaires, video, templates for creating your landing page, for everything you will need to create an online course. My name is Chike Okoli. I'm the founder and the chief content creator for Influence. And I'd like to get feedback and more questions. If there are questions, let me take it before I retire to my lovely wife and kids. Yeah, the goal is to make big time online money makers. We celebrate every single one. We motivate, we thank you. Now, Influencer is about teaching you how to succeed online, how to make money online. So when we teach you, we'll bring a lot of people like you who are doing, we inspire you. So you learn, you get inspired. Then you go out there and succeed. When you succeed, come back with your story. We'll help you share your story to inspire others. That's what Influencer is about. So you learn, you get inspired, you succeed. We'll help you share your story to the world. This one sent a message on our WhatsApp group, said, I'm having issues on my Owo Daily Plus. Please help me. What issues are you having in your Owo Daily Plus? We would like to know what issues you're having. That way we'll know how to be of what help. Okay. So I don't know what issues you're having. Are you having issues marketing? Are you having issues activating your Owo Daily accounts? I'd like to know what issue you're having. He sent this on the WhatsApp chat. And so, whoa. Okay, so I think I'll call it a day, right? Jonah, are you there? I'd like to see a comment. If there's a question, I'd like to answer. If there's none, I'd like to, just don't forget to drop our phone number, please. Drop the phone number so that they can chat. Those of them that want to, partake, you want to learn from me how I've used courses to just hacking money. Whenever you need money, just figure out what you know how to do and follow the same blueprint. And so then if you have any other thing you want us to teach beyond how to create courses, Okay, just let me know on that chat too. You know, get on the WhatsApp. All right. Okay. Someone said influencer is a real school. Yeah, it is. It is. We bring people to help you get ahead. So it's right. It's in order to call it a school. It is a school, really. It is. And so, okay, guys, I'll be retiring to my lovely wife and my kids. So I'll be expecting your questions in the comment section, and we'll be taking it up from there. Thank you, guys.